Today, we are embarking on a fascinating and mysterious journey to explore the 7 biblical signs that indicate the end times. But we won't stop there. We will delve deeply into the prophecy of Daniel, one of the most intriguing texts in the Bible, and analyze the enigmatic beast of Revelation. Have you ever wondered if current events could be prophetic signs? Join us as we unravel ancient prophecies and their connections to the modern world. Prepare for a visually and intellectually challenging experience. Let's start with the historical context of the prophecy of Daniel. The book of Daniel is one of the most fascinating texts in the Old Testament, known for its apocalyptic visions and stories of unshakable faith. But to understand the depth of its prophecies, it is essential to delve into the period in which it was written. Daniel lived during the Babylonian exile, a time of great turmoil for the people of Israel. In 586 BC, King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon conquered Jerusalem, destroyed the temple, and took many Israelites into exile in Babylon. This was a period of great suffering and despair, but also of spiritual transformation. Daniel, along with his friends Ananias, Azariah, and Mishael, was one of the young Israelites chosen to serve in the Babylonian king's court. Despite the pressure to abandon their faith, they remained faithful to God, and it was in this context that Daniel received his prophetic visions. The book of Daniel is divided into 2 parts: the stories of faith and courage of Daniel and his friends, and the apocalyptic visions he had. These visions, including the famous vision of the 4 beasts, are filled with symbols and prophetic messages that continue to be studied and interpreted to this day. The authenticity of the book of Daniel has been a subject of debate among scholars, but its importance in the Old Testament is undeniable. It offers a window into understanding the hopes and fears of a people in exile, and its prophecies have been a source of inspiration and reflection for generations. Understanding this historical context is fundamental to interpreting the prophecies of Daniel and their relevance to the signs of the end times. In the next section, we will delve more deeply into the vision of the 4 beasts and what it might mean for us today. Now let's delve into the vision of the 4 beasts, one of the most intriguing parts of the book of Daniel. In the vision, Daniel describes 4 beasts emerging from the sea, each representing a powerful world empire. Let's analyze each beast and its correspondence with historical empires. The first beast is described as a lion with eagle's wings. This symbol represents the Babylonian Empire, led by Nebuchadnezzar. The lion, king of the beasts, symbolizes authority and power, while the eagle's wings indicate the speed with which the empire expanded. However, the wings are plucked, symbolizing the humiliation and fall of Nebuchadnezzar, as narrated in the story of his madness and subsequent restoration. The second beast is described as a bear, rising on one side and holding 3 ribs in its mouth. This beast represents the Medo-Persian Empire, led by Cyrus the Great. The bear, slower and heavier, symbolizes the more conservative and less expansive nature of this empire. The 3 ribs may represent the 3 main regions conquered by the Medes and Persians: Babylon, Lydia, and Egypt. The third beast is described as a leopard with 4 heads and 4 wings. This beast represents the Greek Empire, led by Alexander the Great. The leopard, known for its speed and agility, symbolizes the rapid expansion of the Greek Empire. The 4 heads and 4 wings represent the division of the empire after Alexander's death, when his generals divided the territory into 4 parts. The fourth beast is the most feared and mysterious. It is described as a terrible, powerful, and dreadful beast with large iron teeth. This beast represents the Roman Empire, the most powerful and enduring of all. The beast is described as different from the others, symbolizing the unique and dominant nature of the Roman Empire. The iron teeth represent the strength and brutality with which Rome conquered and ruled its territories. Each of these beasts not only symbolizes a historical empire, but also offers insights into the nature of power and the rise and fall of great kingdoms. These visions of Daniel are more than mere stories. They are a window into understanding the patterns of history and prophecy, and how they interconnect. In the next section, we will explore the beast of Revelation and its connections to the prophecy of Daniel. Prepare for an even deeper journey into the scriptures and their interpretations. Now let's transition to the New Testament and explore the beast described in the book of Revelation, one of the most enigmatic texts in the Bible. Revelation, written by the Apostle John, presents an apocalyptic vision of the end times, filled with powerful symbols and images. John describes a beast that emerges from the sea, with characteristics that directly recall the beast of Daniel. Let's analyze the similarities and differences between these 2 prophecies. The beast of Revelation is described as having 7 heads and 10 horns, with marks of iron and bronze. These characteristics are very similar to the 4th beast of Daniel, which was also terrible and strong, with large iron teeth. The 7 heads represent 7 hills, symbolizing Rome, and the 10 horns represent 10 kings who will arise at the end times. However, there are some important differences. The beast of Revelation is described as having deadly wounds that were healed, a symbol of resurrection and supernatural power. Additionally, it is associated with a 2nd horn, a beast that emerges from the earth and acts as its prophet, deceiving people with signs and wonders. These similarities and differences suggest a prophetic continuity between the Old and New Testaments. While the beast of Daniel represents the rise and fall of world empires, the beast of Revelation symbolizes a final, evil power that opposes God and deceives the nations. The beast of Revelation is described as having authority over all tribes, languages, and nations, and exercises authority over them. It is portrayed as an antichrist, a charismatic and powerful leader who seeks global control and the worship of people. By comparing the two beasts, we see that the prophecy of Daniel provides a historical and symbolic context, while Revelation offers a more detailed and specific vision of the end times. Both prophecies warn us about the danger of following leaders who oppose God and encourage us to remain firm in our faith. In the next section, we will explore the theological interpretations of these prophecies and how they are understood by contemporary scholars and theologians. Prepare for a deep and revealing discussion about the meaning of these visions for the modern world. Now let's delve into the different theological interpretations of the beast, exploring futurist, preterist, and historicist views. For this, we have the help of renowned theologians who will help us understand the nuances of these interpretations. First, let's discuss the futurist view. According to futurists, the beast of Revelation is a leader or political system that will arise in the future, during a period known as the Great Tribulation. This leader will be an antichrist who will deceive the nations and seek global control. Dr. João Silva, a theologian and professor of biblical studies, explains, the futurist view sees the beast as an event yet to come, a charismatic leader who will arise in the last days, bringing with him a political and economic system that will dominate the world. Next, we have the preterist view. Preterists believe that the beast of Revelation has already been fulfilled in the past, specifically during the period of the Roman Empire. For them, the beast represents historical figures like Emperor Nero, who persecuted Christians and proclaimed himself divine. Dr. Maria Oliveira, an expert in apocalyptic studies, comments, the preterist view interprets the beast as a historical figure, such as Nero, who symbolizes the oppressive power of the Roman Empire. This interpretation sees the events described in Revelation as having already occurred in the 1st century. Finally, we have the historicist view. Historicists see the beast as a symbolic representation of a series of events and figures throughout history. They believe that the beast can represent different powers and systems that have risen and fallen over the centuries, from the Roman Empire to modern totalitarian regimes. Dr. Carlos Mendonça, a historian and theologian, clarifies, the historicist view interprets the beast as a continuous representation of oppressive powers throughout history. This includes regimes like the Roman Empire, the Inquisition, and even modern political systems that persecute religious freedom. Beyond these interpretations, it is important to discuss the symbolic and literal meaning of the beast. Many theologians agree that the beast is a powerful symbol that transcends a single interpretation. Dr. João Silva adds, the beast is a symbol that represents oppressive power and resistance to God's will. It can be seen both as a literal figure that will arise in the future and as a symbol that manifests in different forms throughout history. These different interpretations show us that the beast of Revelation is a complex and multifaceted theme. Each view offers valuable insights into the nature of power, resistance to oppression, and the importance of faith. In the next section, we will explore the 7 mysterious biblical signs that indicate the end times, analyzing how these signs manifest in the modern world. Prepare for a deep and revealing analysis. Now, let's explore the 7 most mysterious biblical signs that indicate the end times. These signs are found in various texts, but particularly highlighted in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 24, and the book of Revelation. Let's analyze each of them and discuss how they manifest in the modern world. First sign, wars and rumors of wars. The first sign mentioned by Jesus is the increase in wars and rumors of wars. He said, "You will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not alarmed, for this must take place, but the end is not yet." In recent years, we have seen a significant increase in conflicts around the world, from civil wars to geopolitical tensions between major powers. These conflicts not only cause destruction and suffering, but also create a climate of global instability. Second sign, famine. The second sign is the occurrence of famine. Jesus prophesied, there will be famines and earthquakes in various places. Famine continues to be a serious problem in many parts of the world, especially in regions affected by conflict, climate change, and extreme poverty. The United Nations (UN) warns that millions of people are at risk of dying from hunger, and the situation is expected to worsen over time. Third sign, earthquakes and natural disasters. The third sign is the occurrence of earthquakes and other natural disasters. Jesus said, there will be earthquakes in various places, and famines. In recent years, we have seen an increase in the number and intensity of natural disasters, such as earthquakes, tsunamis, hurricanes, and forest fires. These events not only cause destruction and loss of life, but also impact the economy and social stability. Fourth sign, religious persecution. The fourth sign is the persecution of believers. Jesus warned, then they will deliver you up to tribulation and put some of you to death, and you will be hated by all nations for my name's sake. Religious persecution continues to be a reality in many parts of the world, where Christians and other religious groups are targets of violence, discrimination, and oppression. International organizations report a significant increase in cases of religious persecution, especially in regions of conflict and political instability. Fifth sign, increase in iniquity. The fifth sign is the increase in iniquity. Jesus said, for lawlessness will be increased, the love of many will grow cold. Modern society faces unprecedented ethical and moral challenges, with an increase in corruption, violence, and disregard for laws and moral values. This moral decay can be seen in various sectors, from politics to popular culture. Sixth sign, false prophets and false Christs. The sixth sign is the appearance of false prophets and false Christs. Jesus warned, many false prophets will arise and lead many astray, and they will perform great signs and wonders, so as to lead astray, if possible, even the elect. In modern times, we have seen the emergence of religious movements and charismatic leaders who promise salvation and peace but often lead people into deception and exploitation. Seventh sign, the gospel will be proclaimed in all the world. The seventh sign is the proclamation of the gospel in all the world. Jesus said, and this gospel of the kingdom will be proclaimed throughout the whole world as a testimony to all nations, and then the end will come. Despite the challenges, the Christian message continues to spread around the world, with millions of people converting and finding hope and peace in Christ. These 7 biblical signs not only warn us about the difficult times that may come, but also encourage us to remain firm in our faith and to seek light and hope in the face of adversity. Now let's analyze the relevance of these signs in the current context, with examples of contemporary events that can be interpreted as prophetic signs. Technology and global events play a crucial role in this discussion, offering new perspectives on biblical prophecies. In recent years, we have seen a significant increase in conflicts around the world. The war in Ukraine, conflicts in the Middle East, and geopolitical tensions between major powers like the United States and China are clear examples of how Jesus' prophecy about wars and rumors of wars manifests today. Technology, especially social media and news platforms, makes these conflicts more visible and immediate to the global public, increasing the sense of instability. Famine continues to be a serious problem in many parts of the world. The COVID-19 pandemic has exacerbated the situation, causing disruptions in supply chains and increasing poverty. Organizations like the UN and FAO warn that millions of people are at risk of dying from hunger, especially in regions like the Horn of Africa and Syria. Technology, on the other hand, also offers solutions, such as precision agriculture and food distribution through apps and digital platforms. In recent years, we have seen an increase in the number and intensity of natural disasters. Earthquakes, tsunamis, hurricanes, and forest fires have caused destruction on a global scale. Climate change, intensified by human activity, is often cited as a contributing factor. Technology, such as early warning systems and monitoring drones, has helped mitigate damage and save lives, but it also highlights human vulnerability to nature. Religious persecution continues to be a reality in many parts of the world. Christians, Muslims, Jews, and other religious groups are targets of violence, discrimination, and oppression. Technology, especially social media, has been used both to denounce these persecutions and to promote them, creating a complex environment of discourse and counter-discourse. Modern society faces unprecedented ethical and moral challenges. Corruption, violence, and disregard for laws and moral values are increasingly common. Technology, with its social media platforms and instant news, amplifies these problems, making them more visible and impactful. However, it also offers tools to denounce iniquity and promote justice, such as reporting apps and online campaigns. The emergence of false prophets and false Christs is a growing reality in the modern world. Religious movements and charismatic leaders who promise salvation and peace but often lead people into deception and exploitation are increasingly common. Technology, with its streaming platforms and social media, facilitates the spread of false messages, but also allows people to access information and criticism that can help identify these deceptions. Despite the challenges, the Christian message continues to spread around the world, with millions of people converting and finding hope and peace in Christ. Technology facilitates the global dissemination of the gospel, making it faster than ever before. We have reached the end of this fascinating and profound journey through the biblical signs of the end times and the prophecy of Daniel. Although we have explored events and signs that can be frightening, it is important to remember that the central message of the Bible is one of hope and preparation. Faith and vigilance are essential. Jesus told us, "Therefore stay awake, for you do not know on what day your Lord is coming." This does not mean living in fear, but rather in a constant pursuit of a life aligned with divine values. Faith gives us the strength to face challenges and the hope to see beyond difficulties. Reflecting on our lives is a crucial step. In a world full of uncertainties and challenges, it is important to pause and think about our actions, choices, and relationships with others and with God. Seeking inner peace is not just a matter of personal well-being, but also of connection with something greater than ourselves. We encourage you not to be overwhelmed by fear or anxiety. Instead, use these reflections as an opportunity to strengthen your faith, seek God, and live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Remember, hope is the lighthouse that guides us through storms. We have reached the end of this fascinating journey through the prophecy of Daniel and the signs of the end times. Understanding biblical prophecies is not just a matter of historical knowledge, but also a source of guidance and hope. They encourage us to live with faith, vigilance, and preparation, even in the face of challenges and uncertainties. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell to stay updated on all our content. Your opinion is very important to us, so please join the discussions in the comments. Share your reflections, questions, and insights. To conclude, we want to leave you with a symbolic image of hope and light. Remember, even in the midst of storms, hope and faith are the lighthouses that guide us. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Until next time, and may the peace of God always be with you.